Mama Bo, Mancraro, so photo Macako, enemy at Dome. Mama Totofer, Banto, so photo Macapatido, enemy at Dome. Mama Biasa, so photo Macapasia, enemy at Dome. Zibuto, Plechamio, Norumatio, Pelam Subatio, Petera, Olamia Dome, Akpanami.
Another younger never studied his own Howdy every traditional area. Your Shami Ako, when on the Amofia Never Blackburn.
Yo, Akbar Brakun and Toy, Chami Ako, Topica, Luban Top and Chami Braku. If I over Tokusoka, in the first Sohefia, Tobri, Agofia, Toby Agala, Yama Mafia, Tobri, Agofia, Atelia Dobe, Tokusoi, and Tolia, Agofia, Tobri, Apogama, Elia Dobe, Toby Hodobe, Banto, and Yama Sahi, Alosavia, the car, Tobri, Agofia, Elia Dobe. Mamaga, Opama, Banto, Tobri, Apogame, Yahan and Yadobe. Yamama Chicho, Sapete, Olamada, and Yakomaga, Chichuoma, American Town, Yamabora, and Topica, and Lo, Banto, Ikane, Yamafiaga, President of Commissioner Council, and Penary.
And that, Nama Yoko, Nayofiaga, Pachimo, the Cavara. Asorongo, plus Bawumia, Awe Kawakaba, Yaiji, Alabama, the Salikizo, Wafia, Ame Anongo, Awo, Tomanania, Yamu for one, America, Never Blackbird.
Les Bawumia, Memboa, Kene, Fiaga, tribal leaders, Olemen, Kotopoli leader Lemen, Champawi leader Lemen, Arabaraka, Ali, Zubu, Opete, Wale Zombomen, Kaka Serikin Zambo Yemi, Wale, Mele Tepe, Kaka Tepenola, Ibrahim Mabru, that now it's all, Yawa Wadoro, Afenami.
Yaiji, Alabama, Yakala Upper, Azo, Yakala Upper, traditional area. Damia yo, Jamiga, Degri, where what the topic about the Capavia.
Yo, Amen.
elle mia dome togbe adima atolia togbe abansi elle mia dome togbe adokra ke ewolia togbe kweta elle mia dome yo ke togbe ke wi evelia enye gbi pepe fia elle mia dome enye ikala menefia Chamiga Ambrose Debe, na being traditional area. Suswetoa, Yanyame, Egri, Yaga, Bebeuzu, and Okome Kose, Etola Kome Papa, Tomeda Gabuzu, Adrelia, and Yagri, Yaga, and the president and Agri Traditional Council. I thank you. Yawezo. I have a couple of November. If you are home and the Volta region, I can know Volta Yaonu, Le Kumasi, the Regional House of Chiefs, National House of Chiefs, Apenami, Yawezo.
In Puapana Chanika, in the Gap of Pagana and Toby, congratulations, Toby. Bawumia Aiji, Alaba, Tokyo, Mamao, Abale Ningana, Yate, Yapa, Osofo, and Yato. Kata biconya kami dan dapat bersandi. Kami atau kena ditembak. Yawezo. Ya Aiji ada dapat Imam Suafia, Muftar Abdul Kadim, Bawumia Amofia.
Yo, akan bantu mia loga adi mia bene imam kan ike ele open municipality ana mia be open municipality imam Malam Mahmud Ishaq Imam ele ye deputy Malam Muhammad Abdul Hamid Imam Ahli Sunnah wal Jamaah Municipal Chief Imam Imam Nurdin Zakaria Mamlaya Tijaniya Regional Khalifa Malam Imam Nurdin Sama Khalifa Imam Obeobe Makandemi Apete Abia Mide Ngonolau via Apenami.
Thank you. Atabir. Yo, kita ke dia Aiji kata-kata nama dia ada. Ame pepe uke belum ya pe. Amerika juga ada yang kami cuek bona. Ya depa amuafia. Le miatuma. Miato miapa Regional Minister Honorable Dr. Yao Achibo Lecha Miatuma Nana Make Miatuma Miato miapa former Regional Minister, former Minister of Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, and now CEO for Bill Power, Honorable Samuel Kofi Jamesi. He is also a senior advisor to the presidential candidates. Yaiji Lemia Doma, Miato, Member of Parliament for Romi Komenya, Honorable Ajwa Safo, Lemia Doma. Yaiji Lemia Doma, former Press Secretary to President Kufuor, former General Secretary of the NPP, now Senior Advisor to our presidential candidate, Honorable Kobda Ajay Japon, Lemia Doma. Nanamai Lemia Doma, Miapa Regional Chairman, America, NPP, Katam, the Volta Ricky, Miapo, Honorable Makafi, Kofi Wanya, Alabama. Choboi, Lemia Doma, the Member of Parliament for hohoe, former Minister of Energy, the Minister for Railway Development. The next Member of Parliament for Hohoe, Honorable John Peter Amoru. Thank you. Okay, yeah, MP, and the next Member of Parliament again for Hohoe, Honorable John Peter.
I'm extremely happy. The digital president, the economic guru, the youngest ever person to become a president, and with all pleasure to introduce to you the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Bawumia. Inside knowing, he knows the inside. He knows the inside. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, the reason for which we are gathered here will have to be put forward. On that note, I invite Honorable Governor Ajay Japan to lay the foundation for us.
Your Excellency, your permission to stand on existing protocol. Our chiefs, the traditional elders, our Muslim clerics, our pastors, and all the traditional people of this constituency, we are very grateful that you've turned out in such resplendent traditional wear, and we are happy to see you here. Today is a special occasion, and hohoe is crucial for the party, the NPP. So this is our first stop on the presidential candidate's trip to the Volta region. It is for a reason, because we believe the people of hohoe and NPP are one and the same. And we are very confident in the chances of our parliamentary candidate retaining his seat and you giving us the vote for Dr. Bawumia to become the next president of the Republic. Since Dr. Bawumia was elected, he's held these meetings everywhere he has been. It is the first time in the political history of this country that a presidential candidate has put together all facets of society in what he refers to as stakeholders meetings. Because we believe that Ghana as a country, we are blessed. The unity that we have is down to the religious tolerance that we have as a country. So when we meet in a church with our pastors and our imams and our chiefs, it is a symbol of the unity that Dr. Bawumia intends to bring to these people. He is the unifier. He's the one who can bring this country together. And I think we should deeply appreciate the work of Dr. Bawumia. So today, before he speaks, we'll give the floor to representatives of all the stakeholders. Normally, we want to start with the religious emirable Osofos of the land, and then we come to our imams, and then it will be capped by the traditional leader in this conference. Thank you very much. So on that note, we want to invite the first speaker from the bishops.
All right, so Miyaiji, your prophet Carl Abude, Osofo, Black.
Yo, akpeke, nakati akpebe kakomon pako ya nambe mapono ne misofo kata tefe. Le nyefe no pako noa. Mejoma blone tuko tabena enunyo ya konunyo yi. Aye ameihe atia wotoko ya kona atia we. Me blona sikide bena aye me bak biyiba yaji. Pelekere kama bela tofo etoyenye yade. Ayenye mbo minister alo NP neke ayi ke woto le anyigba ya ti mapopo demi ato JP mu ayata mapo na sikede bena ame emenyanye enya dola abo fifi la enya dola ame ya anya fofo sikekele enye anya muka president nami ayi mu watankoro abiadia woto nami wa detebe. Le mien sauf au banu papa moi. Mauta to le mien to Bawumia tiamba wabanye president nami choke rebona. Ayata manawusa domna ni tukokata. Banane December 7 fois. Mia donku mia to Bawumia di number 1. Bana wanye President Nami, Ayemia Gadonku, Miato, JP, number 1, Haji, Bena Wai Sota Kopa Nami, Benade, Atukoyare, Naidam Kope, Emenyanye. It is possible.
Thank you. Yacho Mambo Kweto, Wesone, Alabanyo, Fiokata. Thank you. I be back or any longer. Miyaji, Alabama, Mianto, never chief imam. Mahmoud is a hack, but Apollo never black.
Allah ya taimake ka, Allah ya ganye ka, inda ka shiga duka Allah sa ka samu. Allah ya ɗauka ka bisa, Allah kuma ya ɗauka ka ga kuma fita mai. Shi ma Allah ya ganye shi, duka fatin ma duka gaba ɗaya Allah ya ganye ku. Muna wani roƙon Allah ya muna wannan. Babu son wani jama'a cikin Ghana. Allah ya taimake ka, mai suna na Allah ya taimake إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا إن شاء الله إن شاء الله إن شاء الله آمين.
Atabir. Thank you very much. Bawumia iji anabe ya gede tokiga gabusu ya be fiaka be ya ho be mpo ya ho blagbe.
His Excellency, the incoming President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Alhaji Bawumia, and his entourage. Our beautiful girls and the boys out there. And yet, incoming president, December 7, we're going to go Chiabe, or in the South, we're going to president, Chiabe, or that Clotua, but the Kuku Nami, and who have been your whole way. In the last 40 years, in the last 30 years, in the last 28 years, all the NPO Chiabe, by the South, and that I Bawumia, I Bawumia, Hello,
So boy. Shoboy, yo miaiji, alabe, miabo, tokugam, gabusu, benpo miabe nakbe.
Your Excellency, Dr. Bawumia, wisdom. I thought you were better than that of my friend. You never administration now. I was not Your Excellency, before you there was police brutality being produced and being prepared. The first regional minister, Dr. Achibalecha, now MP, Mutapawala, John Peter Amawu, Premier Asiao, Pascal, they never got them at all. Nakale, with very strong, yes, you are expecting. But I can't put it away again. That men of economy, men their own economy, reach on. Your Excellency, I think I'll break protocol and speak the English for you to properly understand what I want to say now. Your Excellency, my mother is a native of this town. My father is a native of this town. And for that matter, I own this town. Your Excellency, it will interest you to know that it was this administration that led to my predecessor, Dr. Dabusu the fourth, in his exile. I am praying to God that when you come to power, don't forget me and don't forget the municipality. And thank you very much, Your Excellency.
So
Chief Imam Sarakenzogo, our pastors, and everybody here present, I am greeting you all this afternoon. I am here in my capacity as the presidential candidate of the new Patriotic Party for the 2024 presidential election. I am running for president of Ghana because I believe that by the grace of God, I can lead the transformation of Ghana into a modern and a prosperous country. My mindset is a mindset of possibilities. I believe that when we pull together as a country, we can do what many people think is not possible. I believe so many things are possible if we work at it. There were many people who never thought that the NPP will win the hohoe seat. They thought it was not possible. But John Peter Amawo has made it possible for us. I have been vice president for the last 8 years. And as vice president, I have worked with my president to ensure, and my philosophy is one of broad-based development, inclusive development. So if you see the sort of policies that we have implemented over the last 8 years, you will understand what I mean by broad-based inclusive development. When we were running for office in 2016, we promised the people of Ghana that we will implement many policies. The leading and the first major promise we made was to bring free senior high school education to Ghana. When we promised free SHS, there were many people who said that we were just lying to the Ghanaian people. They said it was a 419 promise. They said it was not possible. But I said, by the grace of God, it is possible. We can do free senior high school education. For the last 8 years, we have been implementing free SHS, and 5.7 million children have gone to school free under the free SHS policy. This has never happened before. This is historic. And I will say that during the previous government, even chalk was a problem in school. But today, we are buying computer tablets, and we are going to distribute to every senior high school student in Ghana will have a computer tablet. It hasn't happened before, and we are not only giving these computers to the students. All teachers in Ghana, from kindergarten to senior high school teachers, every teacher is getting a laptop under one teacher, one laptop policy to help in their teaching. We have also restored the teacher training allowances that were cancelled. We have restored the nursing training allowances that were cancelled. We have brought the National Ambulance Service back to life under the one constituency, one ambulance policy. When we came into office, the whole of Ghana had only 37 ambulances. But today, we have 307 ambulances in Ghana. We have brought many other policies. Agenda 111 is a major policy for healthcare. We are building 111 hospitals across the country. That has not happened before. That has been unprecedented, and many of them are close to completion, and some will definitely, by the grace of God, be completed this year. We have, in addition, brought the DRIP program, the District Road Improvement Program, where we are giving every district equipment, excavators, the graders, the backhoes, the rollers, tipper truck. Every district is getting road maintenance equipment so that we can use it to maintain our roads. And that has never also happened before. We have gone also into digitalization of the economy. We've issued the Ghana card, and we have a national ID database. We have also issued and implemented a digital address system. We have brought mobile money interoperability into Ghana. Before, you couldn't send money from Vodafone to MTN or to Airtel Tigo. Before, you couldn't take money from a bank account to a Momo account. But today, because we've implemented mobile money interoperability, we are able to move money between the different telecom companies and between the banks and the telecom companies. We are the first country in the whole of Africa to implement mobile money interoperability of this nature. We have also brought in drones, medical drones with zipline to deliver medicines to hospitals and to clinics and CHIPS compounds all over Ghana. We have 6 drone centers in Ghana, and we are delivering to 2,700 hospitals and medical facilities every day, medicines, blood, vaccines, and we are saving lives every day. What is interesting is that the whole of the world, Ghana is now the leading country in medical drone delivery service in the whole world. We are leading. Recently, the US Vice President Kamala Harris was praising Ghana for taking the lead in medical drone delivery in the world. We have done the Zongo Development Fund also for the first time in history to help Zongo communities across the country. We have, under the Zongo Development Fund, completed 200 projects, including 75 schools. We have given over 1,000 scholarships to Zongo students across the country. And we have taken 40 Zongo students to Cuba to study medicine. And they will finish next year by the grace of God and come back to work in Ghana. So you will see that the policies we have been implementing are broad-based policies. They are policies that are impacting on everyone in Ghana. By the grace of God, I am running to be president of this country. And if by the grace of God you help me to become president, I also have additional ideas that I want to bring so that we can move this country forward. My first priority as a president will be agriculture. Agric and the fortunes of our farmers will be my #1 priority as a president. Why? Because as a country, we need food security. 60% of our population are farmers. So if farmers do well, then the nation will do well. If farmers don't do well, we will not be doing well as a nation. So this nation, we import tomatoes, we import rice, we import maize, we import onions, basic things that we eat every day. I believe that if we pay attention to agriculture, it is possible that rather Ghana, we will be exporting tomatoes and rice and onions and maize. We should not be importing. We have land, we have water. We can do irrigation across the whole Volta to make sure we help farmers. And I want to put our resources, our technology, our money behind farming, behind agriculture, so that we can move on agriculture in this country. As a result of this policy, I also want to establish district agric mechanization centers. Every district, we will have a mechanization center so that all the agricultural equipment that the farmers need, whether it's tractors, whether it's planters, whether it's combined harvesters, we put them at the disposal of the farmers in every district, just as we are doing for road construction and giving equipment. We will provide equipment for farming in every district so that everybody that wants to farm can have access to all of those equipment. The second policy that I'm going to bring as a president is to look at the cost of electricity in Ghana. At the moment, the cost of electricity is high. The cost of electricity is high because we import oil and gas to generate electricity. And when we import oil and gas, because we are bringing it from abroad, it is high, the cost is high. It's a global price. So when we bring it into Ghana, the cost of electricity goes up. So I want Ghana to move away, to take a new decision, a bold decision, to move away from a dependence on oil and gas to a dependence on solar power. Solar power for us to generate electricity. I want Ghana to move towards solar power. God has given us the sun for free, and I want to harness 2,000 megawatts of solar power to add to our electricity generation. And when we do that, we will reduce the cost of electricity by at least 50%. By at least 50% reduction in the cost of electricity. And when we are going to do solar power, my friend Kofi Jamesi is here. He is in Bui, and they have already started the solar power plants and generation. When we are going to do solar power, we are going to need a lot of solar panels to generate 2,000 megawatts. A lot of solar panels, which means we need solar farms across many districts. My policy is not to import the solar panels. There will be too many. We will set up the factories here in Ghana to manufacture the solar panels for us to use in the generation of the electricity. And when we do that, we will create jobs for our own people and reduce the cost of the move towards solar power. The other policy that I want to bring is a major policy for Ghana. If you look today, at our fisher folks. One of the biggest problems our fishermen have is premixed fuel. Every time that you hear fishermen talk, it's about problems of obtaining premixed fuel. And we have lived with this problem for a very long time. And I've been thinking along with my team, how do we solve this problem? It's a perennial problem. But thankfully, we have a solution. We now have outboard motors that don't use premixed fuel, that use solar power and electric power to power the outboard motors. So I want Ghana to help our fisher folks, that we want to move away from outboard motors that depend on premixed fuel to outboard motors that depend on solar power and electric power to power them. And so at the end of this month, the beginning of next month, we are going to pilot the solar powered outboard motors for all the fishermen to see how they work, so that they all buy into that concept. So by the first week of November, we will be demonstrating these solar powered, electric powered outboard motors across the fishing communities across the country, so that we can move. So if we move to these outboard motors which are not powered by solar, we will save a lot of money in the first place. Fishermen don't need to buy premixed fuel to power their boats. We'll save a lot of money, and then also government will also save a lot of foreign exchange that we use to import the food. And so we are also going to help the fisher folks, so by giving them credit facilities to buy these outboard motors, so that they can pay bit by bit and over time. So it's going to be a major policy. Another major policy that I want to introduce into Ghana is a policy that deals with chieftaincy. It's a policy that I have worked on with my good friend Kofi Jabesi, who chaired my manifesto committee to deal with this issue. I want Ghana to bring the chiefs more into governance. Since independence, we have kept our chiefs away from the governance of this country. And it has been a mistake. So I want to amend Section 63 of the Chieftaincy Act to give more powers to the chiefs to help us to govern this country. There are so many cases that we can do in our palaces. So many cases can be resolved in our palaces, but we take them to court and clog the court system. So I want to amend Section 63 to give the chiefs some more powers to help us in the governance of this country. The other thing that I want to do, because if the chiefs are to help us, we also have to help the chiefs. So in terms of resources to the palaces, currently we pay only paramount chiefs, but they are not living allowances. They are too small. So I am bringing in a new policy to pay living allowances, not only to the paramount chiefs, but to the queen mothers and the divisional chiefs as well, so that we can bring up the chieftaincy institution. I also want to help the churches and the Islamic institutions. The churches and the Islamic institutions help this nation so much. The schools that they build, the hospitals that they build, if we take them out of Ghana, those schools and hospitals, and then Ghana will collapse. The churches do so much, the Islamic institutions do so much, but we don't help them. All that they do is through donations. Fi sabilillah. That's how they build their schools and build their hospitals. But if, for example, our so-called development partners are coming to build a hospital or a school, we say to them, you are development partners. So if you are bringing in equipment for a hospital or a school, you don't pay duty. But if a church is bringing in, or an Islamic institution is bringing in equipment for a hospital, we'll say, go and pay duty. So I'm going to change the classification. All the churches and Islamic institutions, we are going to classify them as development partners of government. And when we classify them, they will also be entitled to those incentives that we are giving our external development partners, and they will also not pay those. When we do that, I can promise you, we are going to get a lot of support through the churches and through the Islamic institutions to do a lot of development. But a lot of support does not come in because of duty payments and all of this. But we are changing that. We are going to give you a new classification for our relationship. And a lot of the churches and Islamic institutions can help us enforce discipline in our schools. Discipline in our schools. We have to work closer together, and that is what I want us to do, to bring the chiefs in and to bring the churches and Islamic institutions in, so that we all work together for the sake of Mother God. We have also heard of a lot of talk in Ghana about LGBTQ+, isn't it? We have heard a lot of talk about LGBTQ+, where men are supposed to be able to marry men and women are supposed to be able to marry women. That practice under my presidency will never be tolerated in Ghana. Will never be tolerated in Ghana. We will not allow it. The Bible does not allow it. The Quran doesn't allow it. Our traditions don't allow it. Our culture doesn't allow it. Our values don't allow it. We will not allow it, no matter the cost. We will stand firm and defend our society. There's also a major policy that I am bringing by the grace of God for the benefit of all Ghanaians. We have done a lot of work on it. If you look at the advanced countries, you look at UK, you look at America, you look at Germany, there is one institution or policy that exists in the advanced countries that makes life easier to live. There is one system that makes life easier in the advanced countries, and that is called a credit system. A credit system. That is what makes life easier in the advanced countries. Everybody in the advanced countries has what you know as a credit score. A credit score. And that also allows you to be, if you want to buy something, you want to buy a TV, you want to buy a fridge, you want to buy a car, you don't have the cash. But in the advanced countries, you can go and put a small deposit on the TV or the car or the tractor, and you pay small, small, small. 3 years, 5 years, you are finished paying. That is the credit system. You pay small, small, small. In Ghana and many African countries, whenever you want to buy anything, it's cash. If you don't have the cash, they won't give it to you. So life is harder. You are a teacher, you are a nurse, you are a farmer. How do you get all the cash? to go and pay for one thing. So I've been thinking about the credit system in the developed countries, and we made a decision that we are bringing that credit system to Ghana. We are also going to implement the credit scoring system in Ghana. There are three things that exist in the advanced countries, three things that make the credit system work. Number one, everybody has an identity card or number. Everybody. If you are going to give somebody credit, you must know who they are. Otherwise, if you give it to them, they will run away if you cannot find them. So everybody has an identity card, number one. Number two, everybody has an address. For the credit system to work, everybody must have an address. If I give you the TV and you are not paying, I can come to your house and pick it up. Number three, everybody must have a bank account or an instrument that allows you to pay for the credit. These three things exist in the developed countries, and that's why they have the credit system. In Ghana, we also started some years ago, since we came into office, to put this system in place. We have now issued the Ghana card. So everybody has a Ghana card with an identity, a unique identity. So we have passed that matter. We've ticked that box. Everybody has a unique identity. Number two, everybody has an address because we have deployed the digital address system in Ghana. Every house has a digital address. Every house in any village, even when I go to Muledi, every house has a digital address. Isn't it? Yes, every house has it. Everywhere in Ghana, we implemented the digital address system. By the way, Ghana is only the second country in the whole world with a digital address system. The whole world. Number three, everybody in Ghana today, because of mobile money interoperability, if you have a Momo account, it works just like a bank account. You can move money from your Momo account to your bank account, and bank account to your Momo account. And so the issue of bank account, we have also solved it. So these three things, identity, address, and bank account, we have also put it in place in Ghana. So over the last 2 years, we have been working to turn all of this into a system that allows Ghana to do credit scoring for each individual in Ghana. Every individual will have a credit score. I thought that we will finish this work next year, but by the grace of God, we have finished the work right now. We have finished the work. The whole of Africa, only one country has a credit scoring system, and that is South Africa. Next month, I'm going to launch Ghana's credit scoring system. Will be the second country in Africa with a credit scoring system. So anybody who has a Ghana card will have a credit score, and that will allow you to be able to buy things and pay small, and bring down the pressure on living in this country. We will be the second country in Africa, but this system is really a game changer for our country and for our economy. The other things that I want to bring, I want to make it easy for everybody to apply for a passport. I want to make it very, very, very easy. Why will it be easy? When you look at the passport application form, all the information that is required for passport application, all the information is on your Ghana card, isn't it? All the information that passport office requires to get you a passport is on the Ghana card. So from next year, if you have a Ghana card and you want a passport, you will no longer be required to fill a form to get the passport. You will just pay your fee and will print your passport for you. You will no longer need to fill any form to get a passport. You will just pay your fee and will print your, we have your biometrics, we have your picture, we have your date of birth, we have your mother's name, everything is on the Ghana card. So we don't need you to fill any form anymore. Anyone who has a Ghana card, we will print your passport for you simply, and it will make life easy for everybody. Another policy that I'm bringing is to do with our driver's license. The driver's license in Ghana is valid for 6 years. 6 years. But every 2 years, we have to go and renew the driver's license. Every 2 years. I'm changing it. The new driver's license policy will be that the driver's license is valid for 10 years. And then we'll renew every 5 years. Every 5 years, we'll do the renewal, but it will be valid for 10 years. And then we'll renew every 5 years. Tokyo, Amo, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, under my government, persons with disabilities, all persons with disabilities who want to go to university, training college, nursing training, any tertiary institution will go for free. You will all go for free under my government. All persons with disability will go for free tertiary education under my government. And all government recruitment, we will reserve a portion for persons with disabilities so that we can get the benefit of their intellect, and we do that. Tokyo Mamo, as I bring my remarks to a close, I want you to know that in this context that we are having, there are two of us, myself and the former president. The former president, he has been president before. So under our laws, he can only be president for 4 years. For me, I have not been president before. So I can be president for 8 years. So if you make me president, I will have to come back to hohoe in 4 years' time to give an account of what I have done as a president. I will have to show you the new regional hospital. Isn't it? I'll have to show you the road that you have talked about, isn't it? There are many things that you want, but because I know I have to give an account, I'm going to work very, very hard, so that when I come back in 4 years, you will say, Dr. Bawumia, well done, continue the work, continue and continue. So I believe with me, you will get more accountability. As a president, I'll come and account to you. Almost all the people who have observed vice presidents across this country since independence, many people say that if you look at vice presidents who have come to Ghana, that you will not find a vice president who has worked as hard and has been as effective as Dr. Bawumia. That is what people are saying. Tokyo Mamo, my imams and Sarake and my pastors. If that is the case, that I have been the most effective vice president in Ghana's history, it means that I have passed the vice president exam. So if you pass one exam, then you promote to the next class. So promote me to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. You promote me, give me the promotion. Give me the steer of the car, so that I can drive it and we'll go. You have seen the work we have done. You have seen the transformation of hohoe under John Peter Abewu. He and I are going to work closely together when I become President of the Republic of Ghana. You have seen. So vote for me and vote for JP. We are number one. Vote for me and vote for JP. We are number one. Number one. Number one. I'm so happy. Now go to Korea and they come out. Now go to Inshallah. Zamuli history. Now go to Salamu Alaikum. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. It is. Thank you. MP, as a 2 minutes, I call Adrian Yamane, 2 minutes.
I go. Yaman, Brana, I go na ye ekero ade ko mena pepelo agba ko ejebe ebe passport ya mi ko na agba fuwa ko passport na amene isi to blola ma ga ko fuwa ti ko passport to e Ghana card nation e le na ile passport office wa print ko passport na e je kan to ya be fiao abe se na no biasi e aja bi no no to le ya be fia sa ma o ko ina de court na Maga IG nema kabo ya make chieftaincy ada kene ya make chieftaincy ada ka afiawa semana nozi to have the application of cases in their various policies other solar to ya mamia power onya eya kai konere obo doge wa bakana solar vehicles o maga chamide buamo o solar panel dare buamo betame ke buawa because motor we want to cover hohoe. Because motor we want to cover hohoe. They are all done by electricity and by solar. Aga aja midemo. So that they have transportation costs wa okada anaka ani. Ebe disables. Akaje nuwa metoya okada leya. Also want the school free. 50 other the school they free up to SAS level. People like want the school free. Akaga university level. Aga global. Ya fa no a ele fubam akene ya proji a bedele la kula proji lukata ele ba proji a ele be kani no be kolobe abi na dulu nu ya jibi a wa be ya introduce na le bi ona be credit system ma e ko be kana ka enya yure bank kwa e do fuma be a hoga because digital address system ale ho wa banga wa to anaga taba ga ye kokoko be kani no asio abi na ka to gabugo just the credit system through the Ghana card and another anuma and abaji never drivers okada drivers tricycle drivers okada people are their license every year omo mi renew license be na mara every year omo mi renew license abana yeba license renewal and as 10 years renewal of license manu towa ta akagara mi tana yeba ile kukude nami ebi aja baba mi adakona eyenye number 1 the ballot box eji ebi dakona bo o ga ngrom ya Victor Peter mo ngabo ya ja baba mi adakona
so wait yo mienda aba yesi ba chofia ni na da CND alaba fuma yapa Chukwa Baranto, Ekanya, presidential candidate, Akpa Sohio Lafuma, Apu Nani, Tanami Chofia, Mionica Comino, Hepso, Akpa Studio Lafuma, 1 minute ago, Atrova CND, Baranku Escare. Alright, Anabana Jojoma, Moto, Migano, Gobeno, plus what Dano Hoscava, Abana, CND, Akbanami, Yanchi, Alabama for closing prayer, Joe, Chief Man, Mahmoud.